The following broadcast is a copyrighted production of 412 Communications. Any non-personal retransmission of this broadcast without the express written consent of 412 Communications is hereby prohibited.
Welcome inside Fred Rust Arena. Welcome to the Delaware Hockey Network on the 412. The Delaware Blue Hens ACHA Women's Division II team celebrating the class of 2025. It is senior night, and the Maryland Terrapins have made the trip up the 95 freeway for this Sunday afternoon Delaware Valley College Hockey Conference matchup. James Witherite joining you from the 412 Communications press box in advance of tonight's game. Today's game, actually, 3:30 start time here on the East Coast, so a late afternoon tilt between the Terps and the Hens. And before we turn our attention to mid-afternoon competition, we'll pay honor to the 5 members of the class of 2025 on this Blue Hens team. We will get to meet them on the other side of our early timeout, but before we get there, I'll look at the Delaware line chart for today, brought to you by our good friends at Limestone Pension Associates. Kaylee McFadden getting a final start at Fred Rust Arena. The senior from Voorhees, New Jersey, 4-2-1 on the year with a 3.6 goals against average and a save percentage probably better than the 779 listed, as visiting Barnes don't always keep the most accurate of shot counts, if any at all. In any case, Kaylee McFadden successful between the pipes more often than not for Delaware, as she puts on the pads before a home crowd one final time. Grace Matone and Ella Herzog will start on the defensive, and we'll see Julia Janowski, Riley Lemberg, and Izzy Camerata holding down the fort up front, with Lemberg in double digits in goals this season. She's got 10 goals, 7 assists, good for 17 points. The top line of Evie Hill, Carly Marzano, and Hope Menachilo, they've accounted for 26 Delaware goals this year. We're going to head to the break right now. When we come back, we'll take you inside the glass for Senior Night 2025. This is the Delaware Hockey Network, and it's all brought to you by the Law Office of Heather A. Long.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the Law Office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the Law Office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
To everyone joining us here at Fred Rust Arena this afternoon, and to everyone joining us on the Delaware Hockey Network, welcome to Senior Night 2025 for the University of Delaware ACHA Women's Division II Blue Hens. Prior to this afternoon's game, Delaware Blue Hens ACHA Women's Hockey would like to pay tribute to a quintet of soon-to-be graduating seniors of the class of 2025 who have made Fred Rust Arena their on-ice home for the last 4 years. We begin with, from Cohoes, New York, just outside Albany, number 6, Olivia Huddy. Olivia is joined this afternoon by her dad, Tom, stepmom, Jocelyn, and twin sister, Ashley. Having played hockey since she was 4 years old, Olivia has been a dominant force on both the offensive and defensive sides of the puck. She recalls her favorite memory as a Blue Hen being her first Nationals appearance as a freshman when the Hens came back from a massive deficit to win against North Dakota. Olivia will graduate with a bachelor's degree in pre-veterinary medicine with minors in biological sciences and animal nutrition, and she will be going to veterinary school in the upcoming fall. To her teammates, thank you for giving me friends I'll have for a lifetime and continue spreading kindness wherever you go. Number 6, Olivia Huddy. Next, from Reading, Massachusetts, number 14, Mia Bonfilio. Mia is joined this afternoon by her mom, Kimberly, and dad, Jimmy, who have been her biggest supporters throughout her 17-year hockey career. Her favorite memory as a Blue Hen includes beating Navy in the semifinals of playoffs last year and traveling to nationals with the team each season. Mia is graduating with a major in kinesiology and a minor in health and wellness. She will continue her studies at Northeastern University, pursuing a doctorate in physical therapy. She wants to express her heartfelt thanks to her parents for their unwavering support, from driving her to early morning practices and games as a child to building an ice rink in their backyard each winter so she could train. Even after she moved away for college, her parents never missed a game on the Delaware Hockey Network, always cheering her on from afar. To all of her teammates, Mia says, I'm so grateful for each of you and the moments we've shared that have made this journey even more special. Please don't forget to have fun. Number 14, Mia Bonfilio. Our next senior hails from Voorhees, New Jersey. Number 25, Cassie McFadden. Cassie thanks her dad, Dean, for his overwhelming support over the years and for giving her the opportunity to play the sport she loves. One of her favorite Delaware memories is going to nationals with the team in both St. Louis and Boston. Cassie is graduating with a bachelor's degree in nutrition and dietetics and will be continuing her education at Delaware in the 4+1 program to pursue a master's in human nutrition. To her coaches, she is grateful for their guidance along the way. And to the team, thank you for being the best friends she could ever have asked for. You are her family, her biggest support system, and she will forever be grateful to have all of you in her life. Number 25, Cassie McFadden. Now joining her sister and her dad on the carpet, goalie number 31, Kaylee McFadden. At the end of a 12-year hockey journey, her favorite memory as a Blue Hen, the last day of last year's Nationals, a moment she will always cherish. Kaylee, is graduating with a major in psychology and a minor in human development and family sciences. She will be attending graduate school to pursue a master's degree in clinical psychology come fall. Kaylee thanks her family and coaches for everything they've done for her and for always pushing her to be a better version of herself every day. To her teammates, Kaylee says, don't forget to have fun. These are the good times, so make sure you take advantage of it. Number 31, Kaylee McFadden. Our final senior, from Westchester, Pennsylvania, number 54, Sophia Rosenthal. Sophia is joined on the ice by her mom, her dad, and her two brothers, Ethan and Jonah. Sophia's favorite memory as a Blue Hen is her first Nationals trip with the team in St. Louis during her freshman year. Over the years, she has been supported by her incredible family, friends, and teammates, all of whom have played a role in her journey. Sophia is graduating with a major in medical diagnostics, pre-PA, and a minor in health and wellness. In the fall, she will be attending Thomas Jefferson University for graduate school to obtain her ASPC in immunohematology. To her teammates, she says, I love you all and will forever cherish the memories we made this year and years prior. Number 54, Sophia Rosenthal. Fans, one final round of applause for the Delaware Blue Hens, class of 2025, prior to their final Fred Rust Arena game. After a quick group portrait of the graduating members of the Delaware Blue Hens, courtesy team photographer Carl McCombs, we now turn our attention to this afternoon's starting lineups. For the visiting Maryland Terrapins, starting in goal, number 33, Marion Hillier. On defense, number 6, Eileen Kilcarry. And number 16, Michelle Reynoso. At left wing, number 22, Evelyn Zubak. At right wing, number 25, Catherine Warner. And at center, number 15, Alejandra Bogush. And now let's meet the starting six for your University of Delaware Blue Hens. Starting in goal from Voorhees, New Jersey, number 31, Kaylee McFadden. On defense, number 9, Grace Mateau. And number 15, Ella Herzog. At left wing, number 8, Julia Janowski. At right wing, number 93, Izzy Camarada. And starting at center, number 21, Riley Lemberg. Your Blue Hens are coached by Ken Deming. The on-ice officials for today's game, as appointed by the American Collegiate Hockey Association, are Anthony Verderies and Patrick Quarry. Fans, at this time, we ask that you please direct your attention to the American flag located directly above center ice as we honor the United States of America and those who defend this nation with the Star-Spangled Banner. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Lights back on at Fred Rust Arena. And it is go time for the first half of a Sunday twilight doubleheader here on the Delaware Hockey Network. Blue Hens in their home whites, blue helmets, blue pants, blue numbers. Moving left to right from our vantage point, the Maryland Terrapins in their away black kits, red helmets, gold numbers on the back. Traveling right to left from east to west here in opening period action. As always, thank you for joining us all season long here on the Delaware Hockey Network on the 412. Our videographer today, Saunders Penn. Our production assistant, the stat man, Eli Swope. James Witherite flying solo on the call, at least for the first period. We may have some company in the class of 2024 a little bit later on, but we'll keep you waiting in suspense for that. Patrick Quarry to administer the opening face-off today. He and Anthony Verderies, the officials for today's game. And it's Olivia Huddy in for the opening draw. Across from Alejandra Bogusz, and the Hens are on the offensive to get things going. Rosenthal pursuing the puck in the far corner. It's taken away by Bogusz. Now carried by Warner beyond center. Tied up by Huddy just above the blue line, but a pair of Terrapins, namely Bogusz and Zubak, drive the puck into the Delaware zone. Floated back by Shaw Downing from inside her own line. The big guns filter on for the Blue Hens. Downing holding the point to Evie Hill. Backhand to Marzano, but she's surrounded by a trio of Terrapins at the top of the slot. Puck ends up in the far corner, pursued by Carly Marzano there. Marzano tries to put one on a T net front for the waiting Hope Menachilo, but that pass was broken up by Bogusz. And now Menachilo emerges from a two-a-side scrum. Shot on net. Follow-up chance denied as well by Marion Hillier, coming up with a pair of rapid-fire saves. 57 seconds into opening period action. Face-off comes to the left of Marion Hillier. Charles throws this in. Quick glove save off the draw. CC Charles' line on. It was Charles across from Braun on the near circle face-off, and Elizabeth Braun with 17 goals this year for the Terrapins, leading in that column. Walks up ice. Pass to the right point. That's thrown in by Hellman. Long shot turned aside by Kaylee McFadden for her first save this afternoon. Here's Braun. Shot from the top of the slot. Popped the webbing of the net, but she caught it off the wrong side. There a chance from Wildberger. Denied by McFadden, so too Braun on the doorstep. Kaylee McFadden coming up with a number of rapid-fire saves and a hand pass called by Patrick Quarry. Brings play to a halt, 1:51 into the opening period. A look back at those rapid-fire stops registered by Kaylee McFadden. There the initial save. And the two that came after, with Wildberger and Braun, both locked out net front. Hens trying to work back out of their own zone, but they were stood up at the blue line. Ellie Schmunis working the puck back to center. Schmunis pursued by the forechecking Julia Janowski. Pulls behind her own goal. Janowski and Lemberg keep the heat on up front. Grace Matone could not hold the point, fanning on the puck at the blue line. So back deep into the Delaware end is Ella Herzog, advancing this to Camerata. She was slowed up by the reaching stick of Ashley Hill at center. And working back in, up the left wing boards, was Danny Beer for Maryland. Beer cycles to Schmunis, trying to crash the net, but she ran into heavy traffic right in front of the cage. And she is down after colliding with Lemberg, 2 minutes and 46 seconds into opening period action. Schmunis slow to get up. And we're going to go to break.
Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com.
Back inside Fred Rust Arena, face-off coming above the blue line. Then play resumes with the Delaware Blue Hens and Mia Bonfilio maintaining control of the puck. It's taken away, thrown toward the cage by Zubak. That was a shot on net, says statistician Eli Swope. And a fifth save so far for Kaylee McFadden. Rebound contested just to the right of the net. And Shaw Downing risks this up the right wing boards, but not out as Reynoso holds the point. Downing can't push the puck free from Zubak. This trickles over the blue line. Pushed by Downing as far as center, recovered by Catherine Warner, and thrown in up the far side behind the Delaware net. Partial changing of the guard for the Terrapins with 3.5 minutes gone in the first period of a 0-0 game. Senior night 2025 for this Blue Hens ACHA Women's Division II team. Centering pass came from Huddy toward Luzon, but she was marked in the mid-slot and couldn't get a shot away. Warner up the right dot, slowed up by Menachilo. Leaning in on her, puck is knocked loose. This was cleared out by Cartwright and a delayed offside. Enables the Hens, namely Paige Luzon, to work the puck back to center before Bogusch recovers and walks back into the Delaware end. Centering pass, nobody home. Huddy tries to advance to Menachilo, but she's slowed up by Skogsholm at center red. Menachilo stays with the play, recovers the puck, and now tries to get past Wildberger. Wildberger ultimately winning the puck battle, but it migrated just inside the Maryland blue line. So territory ceded by the Terrapins, and Skogsholm, the recipient of an outlet pass across ice, was tied up by a pair of Delaware defenders just upon gaining the zone. 4.5 minutes in the books from Fred Rust Arena. Still awaiting the first goal of the game. Perez sets up Menachilo. 2-on-2. Drop pass. Carly Marzano trailing the play. Took aim from the top of the left circle, but her shot was stick checked off its line. Loose puck behind the net, recovered by Karabanova. Cycle to Wildberger. Menachilo and Marzano keep the forechecking pressure on in earnest in the far corner of the Maryland zone. We're 5 minutes in. Evie Hill trying to steal the puck from Skogsholm near side to no avail. Skogsholm clears the zone to Wildberger on to Braun, but she's out-muscled for the puck by the back-checking Ella Herzog deep in the Delaware end. Skogsholm tied up. Hill tries to pitchfork the puck free from Karabanova. Lemberg in that battle as well, and the Hens clear once again. So the breakout woes plaguing the Maryland Terrapins this afternoon, and it's been a trouble spot for the Delaware Blue Hens for much of the season. But what we've seen from them in terms of puck movement over their 2 February games to this point has been vastly improved. 3-2 win over Rowan last weekend, and then yesterday a 5-3 defeat to Navy, but it's worth noting that Navy came into yesterday's game 16-2 on the year. Downing could not find Camerata up the near glass. Danny Beer intercepting that pass. Angled to the corner. She tried to leave the puck. to the waiting Kilcarry, but here's a 2-on-1 the other way. Lemberg with the steal. Rosenthal's shot blocked forward and away by Hillier. Bonfilio tried to put one net front, couldn't get the ricochet off, and Maryland skate in the crease. This taken away by Beer and cleared. No icing, says Anthony Verderies. And on we go with C.C. Charles overshooting Rosenthal on the breakout up the left side. Stepping up to center was Karabanova to drive the puck back into the Delaware zone. Christina Karabanova slow to her feet. She ran into a Delaware defender at center, and she hobbles off to the bench. Meanwhile, C.C. Charles carries the puck back in up the middle. Centering feed intended for Cassie McFadden, didn't connect. McFadden, Menachila with a shot from just inside the hash mark far side, but that was saved by Hillier for her 5th stop of the game. Shots even 5-5 with 7:25 elapsed in the first period and no score from Fred Rust Arena. Hellman works this up the far side. Breakout pass intercepted by Hill. She walks back in. She flips the puck over the crossbar, gets it back. She shoots and scores. Evie Hill lights the lamp. Delaware takes the early lead. And we see it again here on the 412 Communications Instant Replay. Hill with the takeaway. This played in by Marzano. And the Blue Hens strike first on Senior Night 2025. Oh, Delaware goal! Her 7th of the season. Scored by number 7, Evie Hill. Assisted by number 17, Carly Marzano. Time of the goal, 7 minutes, 44 seconds of the first period. Hill's 7th from Marzano at 7:44. The Hens keep the pressure on after Evie Hill lights the lamp for the Blue Hens, nearing the midpoint of the first period. Radov to Braun up the middle for Maryland, and in over the line she comes. She tried to flip the puck to Skogsholm, no such luck. This taken away by Izzy Camerati. Here's a one-on-one. Izzy looking to give the Hens their second. She tried to toe drag past Hillier, but Hillier stepped up and poke-checked that puck away to keep this a 1-0 hockey game. Camerata from 20 feet. Shot was blocked by Wildberger right at the release. 11:11 to go in the first period. Delaware 1-0 over Maryland. And we will see our first penalty of the game just prior to the 9-minute mark as Anthony Verderies' arm pops up. And the Hens will head to their first Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill of the afternoon. Camerata going for roughing. This penalty kill brought to you by Delaware Trash Can Cleaning. Schedule your first cleaning today at DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. The Delaware penalty was assessed to number 93, Izzy Camerata. 2 minutes for roughing. Time of the penalty, 8 minutes, 56 seconds in the first period. Camerata, 2 for roughing at 8:56. Holding the left half wall for the Terrapins is Zubak. She tried to walk in and jam the puck past McFadden. Second one goes in. So a Terrapins power play goal evens the score prior to the midpoint of the first period. Mesa players in front. Patrick Quarry is unsure as to who it was, as we are, but in any case, we've got ourselves a 1-1 hockey game. Looks like it was Catherine Warner who had the last touch. And indeed, that's the case, as she gets her 8th goal of the year. And the Terrapins are back level. The Maryland goal, 8th of the season, scored by number 25, Catherine Warner. Assisted by number 22, Evelyn Zubak. Time of the power play goal, 9 minutes, 42 seconds. In the first period, Warner's 8th from Zubak at 9:42, a power play goal. Menachilo lobs the puck in. It is covered by Hillier, and we've got a pause in play with 9.5 to go in the first. Attacking zone draw coming the Hens' way. Perez holding the zone. Cartwright in front of the Maryland bench. Intercepts a failed Maryland clearing attempt. Perez will try to do the same near side. Charles driving in, corralling a rolling puck, beating Karabanova to the punch in the near corner. They're tied up. Emerging with the puck is Karabanova, and she tries to play a hard carom shot. This is popped up the right side and out by Eliana Williams. Perez won the race back to the Delaware goal line. Icing waved off by Anthony Verderies. That puck playable, he says. And here come the Hens back up the left wing boards, led by C.C. Charles. 2-on-1. Charles trying to walk in past Reynoso. But Michelle Reynoso strong on the defensive, clogging up the low slot and taking away that opportunity. 8:35 to go in opening period action. 1-1 hockey game from Fred Rust Arena. Senior Night 2025 attracting a pretty healthy crowd on this Sunday afternoon. The first half of our Delaware Hockey Network doubleheader from Fred Rust Arena. Lemberg disrupted Zubak's clearing attempt. Hand pass signaled by Patrick Quarry, and this is going to stay inside the Maryland zone. With 8:06 to go in the first period of a 1-1 contest. If you've been injured on the job or in a car accident, you know just how challenging and overwhelming the recovery process can be. And that's why having a trusted and caring representative by your side is essential to help you navigate the complex world of workers' compensation and personal injury. The Law Office of Heather A. Long will guide you through every step of the process, from filing your claim to representing you in hearings and appeals. To schedule a free consultation, call the Law Office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com. Camerata rang one off the pipe from point blank range. Herzog holding the zone. Janowski down low to Lemberg this goes. Billett cutting for the net. Camerata trailing high. Billett tried to tip the puck in from the Janowski feed from the point to no avail. And this will be recovered and walked up the left wing boards by Reynoso, thrown in the direction of Zubak. Hustling back into the Delaware end is Ella Herzog to recover. Menachilo cleared the zone briefly, but Braun recovered the puck and walked right back in up the far side. Centering pass was intended for Zubak. Billett offering ample resistance in the mid slot to keep that pass from connecting. 7 minutes to go in the first period. We're tied up one aside. Delaware's Evie Hill with the first goal of the game, her 8th of the season at 7:44. Responding 2 minutes later for Maryland, Catherine Warner potted her 8th of the year on the Lone Terrapins power play to this point. Wildberger leaned on by Lemberg. Couldn't get a shot away. Neither could Karabanova from high in the zone. Wildberger centering feed. Braun's one-timer. She topped the puck and it skitters to the near corner. Chased down by Hill. Solid 200-foot player for these Blue Hens. Working as a frontline winger now after spending the bulk of the season on the defensive and the bulk of her life on the defensive. This shot from Karabanova. Turned aside by McFadden. Good for save number 7. Delaware with a slight edge in the shots department. That's standing 10-8 to this point. This is tied up right in front of the Delaware bench. Abigail Hellman trying to pitch the puck free. She pile drives Menachilo as far as the blue line. That puck barely stayed in. Puck stayed right on the line, so this remains onside. Braun came crashing in. Her shot denied by McFadden, so too the follow-up from Hellman. Another net front scrum, and this is blown dead. Kaylee McFadden standing on her head to keep this game 1-1 with 5:45 to go in the first period. There, the poke check off the initial shot. Hellman wound up. Another chance from distance. Wildberger digging at the puck, trying to jam it past. But Kaylee McFadden hugging that near post. Holding on for dear life. A salvo of shots fired in at her. And she had every answer she needed. And after getting another look on replay, statistician Eli Swope determining that was a 4-shot salvo, not 3. So McFadden looking at 11 saves on 12 shots to this point in a very eventful first period. 5:18 to go, 1-1. Delaware back on the offensive. Rosenthal could not backhand the puck to Charles, stepping up, downing holds, working in toward the near corner. She gives this away to Radov behind the net. McFadden off the centering pass from Rosenthal. It was Cassie McFadden who couldn't one-time the puck in from 13 feet. Bonfilio walking in from the left corner. Tries to wrap it around, couldn't jam the puck in. Sealing off the near corner was Marion Hillier for save number 10. This comes back to Janowski, across to Downing, who gains center, and she rifles the puck off the backboards. The D pair hustle off for a change, 4.5 to go in the first. Lemberg tying up the puck at the far corner of the Maryland zone. Holding territory was Janowski. Perez foils the Maryland clearing attempt, diagonal pass to the far corner, and Lemberg. Centering feed intended for Camerata. Stick checked up in the atmosphere, held in by Perez near corner. Near point, I should say. Camerata gave it away to Bogusch trying to center. Bogusch flips the puck beyond the reach of the North Carolinian Melanie Cartwright. Cartwright feeds to Janowski, and up the middle, Izzy Camerata's got time and space, but she's into a 1-on-2. The reaching stick of Karabanova slowed her up on her way in. Still, she got a shot away from the corner, and this is frozen by netminder Marion Hillier for save number 11. And play is halted with 3:53 to go in the first period of a 1-1 contest. Planning for retirement doesn't just happen overnight. For 35 years and counting, Limestone Pension Associates has helped small businesses craft and administer pension plans for their workforces. Learn more at limestonepension.net. Braun and Marzano take the near circle face-off. Perez with control of the puck. Cartwright tried to shovel it in from the top of the slot to no avail. It ends up wide. Hill to Cartwright through traffic. Menachilo crosses over to the left half wall to protect. Wildberger still there. This puck popped out of play. And we've got a pause with 3.5 to go. Another hand pass signaled by Patrick Quarry. A long-standing Fred Rust Arena tradition. The Fred Rust Arena organist. Never know what you're going to hear. If you know, you know. Skogsholm to Braun. Wildberger steered out of the slot, cycles the puck back to Skogsholm, coming in from astern. Net front feed. Shot from Wildberger was blocked in heavy net front commotion. Tying the puck up at the far side. That was Hope Menachilo, but unable to clear. 2:43 to go in the first period of a 1-1 game. Delaware struck first. Maryland came roaring back on the power play. And the goalies have been in the limelight since. Kaylee McFadden standing tall between the pipes for the Hens. Here evading what would have otherwise been a 12th save, as that shot was wide. Karabanova slowed up by Hill, working on the back check. Hens playing a left wing lock in their own zone, getting a third defender. A couple shots on McFadden. Reynoso from distance, then the follow-up turned aside by McFadden as well. We're down to the final 2 minutes in the first period of a 1-1 game. Hill tries to muscle her way past Braun, and she will draw the penalty. We're going to see this again as we heard the Pat Quarry whistle. Braun and Hill tied up, vying for the puck. And Elizabeth Braun is going to go for interference with 1:50 remaining in the first period. Delaware Blue Hens on their first Delaware Sports Medicine Power Play of the afternoon. DESportsmed.com, the place to go to learn more. The Maryland penalty was assessed to number 10, Elizabeth Braun. 2 minutes for interference. Time of the penalty, 18 minutes, 10 seconds in the first period. Braun 2 for interference at 18:10. Final 100 of the first period upon us. Hill, Herzog, Lemberg, Janowski, and Charles on to start this power play for the Hens. Herzog holding center point to CC Charles. Skip pass, right dot. Lemberg tried to thread one through. Getting a piece of it was Hillier. Follow-up chance, frozen with 1:19 to go as Hillier bounces back for the second save. Make a truly all-American meal the centerpiece of your next team event or special occasion. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky in nearby Claymont, Delaware can cater your next group event, offering pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken on a daily basis, along with a variety of sauces and sides sure to please any appetite. Visit Sid's at Suite C26 in the Tri-State Industrial Center on Ridge Road in Claymont, or call 302-439-4937 to place a catering order. 65 to go in the period. Marzano through the slot. Nobody home. Here's Lemberg winding up. She threw the puck off the pads of Hilliard. Janowski out hustled for the rebound by Warner, who pushes this back to center. Blue Hens much more cool, calm, and composed this afternoon, and they're getting some quality chances in at Marion Hilliard too. Here they storm the net again, but this is cleared by Bogush. Hill on the defensive side recovers, and she will be guilty of an icing as she couldn't find a recipient for that long breakout pass from her own blue line. 22 and 4/5 seconds remaining in the first period of play. Rare attacking zone face-off for the short-handed Terps will likely bring us to the conclusion of the first 20. Lemberg and Wildberger. Grace Wildberger won the face-off. The Karabanova shot from the top of the left circle was well off its target. Puck protected by Zubak, who walks in Hill slows her up, lowering the shoulder and recovering the puck. Final 5 seconds. Hill up the middle, walks past center, and she won't be able to get the shot off in time. That does it for the first period. At the end of 20 minutes, the score, Delaware Blue Hens 1, Maryland Terrapins 1. We'll be back after the first intermission on the Delaware Hockey Network.
Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more.
Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
It's time for the second period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
An eventful first 20 minutes from Fred Rust Arena. The Delaware Blue Hens and the Maryland Terrapins trading first period goals. But the stars of the show in the first 20 were netminders Marion Hillier and Kaylee McFadden combining for 28 saves. A look back on the two that got the better of the netminders. Evie Hill off the rebound of a Carly Marzano chance, putting Delaware on the board 7:44 into the first period. And then it was this power play goal from Catherine Warner amid heavy net front commotion. Looked like the Baltimore-Washington Parkway in there for a moment. But Warner, after Zubak walked the puck in up the left wing board, at the left side of the goal line, I should say, got one past Kaylee McFadden. 9:42 into the first period to level the score. Fresh sheet of ice awaits us for the second period. Delaware in their home whites, moving right to left. Maryland to their away blacks, moving left to right. Verderies drops the puck. Off we go in period number 2. Final seconds. Of the Maryland penalty. Ticking away. And after one long-range shot on the back end of that power play, the Hens find themselves back at their own blue line, and Izzy Camerata taking aim from the top of the right circle. That shot waffle boarded aside by Hillier, good for save number 17. Kilcarry recovers the puck behind her own net. Warner tries to float it forward, but it's stick checked offline by Bonfilio and recovered by Amelie Perez. Perez rolls this up the right side, tipped by Camerata into the path of CC Charles, who beat 2 defenders, but was slowed up by the reaching stick of a third, and Eileen Kilcarry trying to cut through the slot. Still, the Hens maintain attacking zone position as Cartwright held the right point. Trying to jam this in was Huddy. The Patrick Quarry whistle sounds and play is halted 75 seconds into period number 2. Face-off comes to the left of the Maryland net. Hillier with 18 saves on 19 shots. Anthony Verderies enjoying himself a little too much. And CC Charles back in her own zone. Recovers for the Delaware side, but a heavy Maryland forecheck. Wreaking havoc as Huddy is stripped of the puck. Wildberger forcing the turnover. Skogsholm steadying. This is left to Hellman at center point. Karabanova tries to work the puck in close. She connected with Wildberger, who was steered to the far corner by Perez. It's back up to Hellman, stepping up to the right half wall. Wildberger, cross ice feed. Looking shot winding up was Karabanova. Shot was wide, waiting on the back door. Braun couldn't get a shot away. And icing waved off by Verderies as Karabanova was ruled able to play the puck in the Maryland zone before the goal line with ordinary effort. So the Hens working back, trying to protect the zone, but Braun muscles past Charles through neutral ice. Billett tries to keep her wide. She got stick-on-stick contact on that shot. McFadden up for the save after Josie Billett effectively took the momentum Braun had behind that puck away. Wildberger leaves this to Karabanova. Trying to negotiate a congested slot. She turns the puck over. Billett clears. Hellman recovers for Maryland just inside the Terps' blue line. It's given away to Hill at center. Evie Hill walking in up the left wing boards. She fires a backhand across ice. Out of the play was Cartwright. This is in! Hens nearly getting rung up for a too many players, but that change just clean enough. Meanwhile, Hope Menachilo gets her 13th of the year, and here we go again. Walked in by Hill. Launched in by Cartwright from the point. And Hope Menachilo with the finishing touches on her 13th goal of the season. So 3:06 into the second period. Delaware are back in front. We'll get you the particulars beyond the goal as soon as the off-ice officials and replay crew make them available. Delaware goal. Her 13th of the season. Scored by number 48, Hope Menachilo. Assisted by number 15, Ella Herzog. And number 7, Evie Hill. Time of the goal, 3 minutes, 6 seconds of the second period. Menachilo from Herzog and Hill at 3:06. Pretty sure that's a too many players. We'll try to find out. From downstairs, indeed that's the case. Here, 4:27 into the second period. And Delaware are back on the Delaware Sports Medicine Power Play. This for the second time today. Learn more about Dr. Brad Bly's offerings to promote health and wellness. For athletes of all ages and abilities, visit desportsmed.com. Maryland penalty, bench minor, too many players on the ice. Time of the penalty, 4 minutes, 27 seconds in the second period. Maryland bench minor, too many players on the ice at 4:27. Here's Lemberg throwing the puck in from over the blue line. And Delaware will take the opportunity to get some fresh legs on the ice after being kept fruitless for the first 55 seconds of that power play. Hill with a goal and a helper already today. Could not feed this to Charles. It's taken away by Karabanova and thrown from deep in Maryland territory across neutral ice, recovered by Evie Hill. Walking in is Downing, and we've got another penalty. With 43 seconds left on the first. What's Verderies got here? Looks to be interference. Grace Wildberger, the culprit. And the Blue Hens have a two-woman advantage for 42 seconds. Prime opportunity for Delaware to go up by a pair. With Charles, Hill, Camerata, Downing, and Rosenthal on currently. Hill winds up. Shot on net, popped away by Hill. You're trying to dig this puck in. Rosenthal scores! The Hens strike on the Delaware Sports Medicine power play. It's Sophia Rosenthal making it a 3-1 hockey game. Hill with the initial shot. Rosenthal digging away to pot the rebound after Camerata took aim. And a power play goal for the Blue Hens. Makes this 3-1. And they've still got a minute 46 of 5-on-4 play in front of them. Rosenthal's third. Makes this a 2-goal Delaware lead. Oh, Delaware goal! Her third of the season. Scored by number 54, Sophia Rosenthal. Assisted by number 93, Izzy Camerata. And number 7, Evie Hill. Time of the power play goal, 6 minutes even of the second period. Rosenthal's third from Camerata and Hill at 6 minutes even, a power play goal. 35 seconds remaining on this Delaware Sports Medicine power play. Herzog, top shelf, makes it 4-1. Ella Herzog adding insult to injury as she pops one over Hilliard's shoulder. All I could say is, wow. Marzano leaves this for Herzog. And it started with Riley Lemberg on the opposite side. 74 seconds, 2 power play goals, and the Blue Hens breathing new life. Oh, Delaware goal! Her third of the season. Scored by number 15, Ella Herzog. Assisted by number 17, Carly Marzano. and number 21, Riley Lemberg. Time of the power play goal, 7 minutes, 14 seconds in the second period. Herzog's third. From Marzano and Lemberg at 7:14, a power play goal. Two power play tallies in the span of 74 seconds. And we'll look at them back to back right now. Rosenthal working hard on the edge of the blue paint for a third chance tally. And here, Ella Herzog from the top of the zone winding up and going top cheddar on Marion Hillier to make this a 4-1 hockey game. And here they come again. Charles crashing the net, spun off her feet by Karabanova. Back the other way is Braun. Steered by Huddy to the far corner. Clogging up the slot is Bonfilio, and Olivia Huddy recovers the puck. Given away, net front, off the backdoor feed, Grace Wildberger. Locked out by Kaylee McFadden for save number 16. Luzon slowed up just inside the Maryland blue line, coming barreling back the other way. Puck is tied up in front of the Delaware bench. This entry ruled onside by Anthony Verderies. And Abigail Hellman recovers in the far corner of the Maryland zone, but she can't carom the puck free as Bonfilio steps up to offer resistance to Wildberger. This is pushed by Braun back over the Delaware line, plus 25 feet. Volleyed back by Lemberg. Now Camerata's got a 2-on-2 if she hurries. Camerata trying to pave a way to the net, setting up on the doorstep Julia Janowski. The pass connected, the shot did not. Cartwright rolls this behind the net to Camerata, who lost her footing, met by Hellman in a confrontation for the puck directly behind the Maryland net. 11 and a half minutes to go in the second period. Delaware with 3 unanswered goals to start the second period, turning a 1-1 deadlock now into a 4-1 advantage. Here's Lemberg, backhand, nope. Hillier covers, and we've got a pause. Friends, if you're like me, healthy living is important, and Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help you and your family stay healthy at home with periodic sanitization and disinfecting of your trash and recycling bins. They come right to your driveway, and they use high-pressure hot water jets to kill over 99% of the harmful germs and bacteria that accumulate in your cans. It's environmentally friendly, and it only takes a few minutes. Schedule your first cleaning today at DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. Race on for a loose puck tipped into the Delaware zone by Danny Beer. Getting to it was Perez. Menachilo to Hill. Here she comes barreling up the left dots back into Maryland territory, but she's outnumbered by Terrapins and steered to the corner by Radoff. Menachilo protecting. Perez back to Menachilo, bodied off the puck by Kilcarry in the far corner. Hope Menachilo keeps on ticking. She flips this across the slot, trying to set up Amelie Perez from the near dot, but she fanned on the puck. Hill protecting for the Hens. Net front feed, nobody home. This is covered up, and we've got a pause once again with 10:19 to go in the second period. Delaware with a 4-1 lead over the Maryland Terrapins. But the face-off is going to come to the right of Marion Hillier. So far in the second period, Delaware 8 for 8 in the face-off circle. Captain Carly Marzano trying to make it 9 for 9 as she comes in across from Alejandra Bogusch. And that she did. Hens dominating in the circle here in the second and maintaining a strong attacking zone presence. Menachilo to Marzano. Bodied off the puck. Hope Manichilo tried to fire one in. Off the rebound, Marzano was wide. Both shots off their target. The Hens keeping the pressure on, but Hill is stripped of the puck by Catherine Warner in the near corner. Warner plays this behind the net, but unable to get it caromed out, as holding in front of the Delaware bench is Marzano. Given away to Bogusz. This is floated clear, but only as far as center. And play is halted as Matone tried to get it back into the Maryland zone. As the Patrick Quarry whistle sounds. And off to the penalty bench goes Ella Herzog for interference. So just after the halfway point of the game, the Delaware Blue Hens find themselves back on the Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill. Schedule your first cleaning at DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. The Delaware penalty was assessed to number 15, Ella Herzog, 2 minutes for interference. Time of the penalty, 10 minutes, 23 seconds in the second period. Herzog, 2 for interference at 10:23. Hard shot from Karabanova off the dot-to-dot feed. It goes wide off the backboards. Wildberger from the top of the slot through traffic. Shot was hard but wide. Karabanova holds the zone. Wildberger, Karabanova. They play keep away on the left side of the zone. Karabanova now flips this to Radoff. Back to Karabanova it comes, trying to draw the Delaware defense out of position. But Delaware's got all 4 defenders, now 3 of them in close from the top hash marks in. Karabanova winding up. Bouncing puck, handled by McFadden for a pause in play with 8.5 minutes to go. In the second period, Delaware clinging to a 4-1 lead over the Maryland Terrapins. Good puck movement here from Maryland. The umbrella didn't collapse, though. McFadden, despite being screened, up for save number 17 of the afternoon. Hill behind her own goal. Clears a wobbling puck from goal line to goal line. CeCe Charles, the forechecking menace, forcing Reynoso to get rid of the puck quickly, and now bodying Kilcarry into the near boards, nearly forcing a turnover. This is shoveled by Skogsholm ahead to Braun. Braun in a 1-on-3. Angled off the puck by Perez. The shot from Kilcarry, top of the near circle, was blocked. Charles locates the puck in the low slot, and she rifles it up ice once again. Single digits now on this Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill. And the Hens will get away unscathed from the Herzog interference minor, and we enter the final 7.5 minutes of the second period with the Blue Hens leading the Terrapins 4-1, and another penalty coming this time from Anthony Verderies. 7:25 to go. Looks like Lemberg's going to head off for a hook. Our eyes do not deceive us, as Lemberg indeed heads off for hooking. And the Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill is upon the Blue Hens, as Marzano and Bogusz will contest the face-off to the right of Kaylee McFadden. The Delaware penalty was assessed to number 21, Riley Lemberg. 2 minutes for hooking. Time of the penalty, 12 minutes, 35 seconds of the second period. Lemberg 2 for hooking at 12:35. Catherine Warner circles behind the net. Herzog, Downing, Marzano, and Camerata, the 4 swarming penalty killers for the Blue Hens. Downing trying to tie up Zubak in low. Radov holds the left point. This is taken away and flipped clear by Downing as far as center. Radov recovers. Cross ice feed near side to Hellman. It's thrown behind the net. Trying to flip it clear was Ella Herzog. Getting a piece of the puck was Elizabeth Braun. Race on for it now just over the blue line at a neutral ice. It was tipped back in by Karabanova. And the shot from Wildberger from the near dot was blocked. Wildberger and Downing scrapping for the puck. Warner back with it again. It's played high from Wildberger to Hellman. Thrown in from center point off the backboard. Shot was wide. Another net front feed coming from Warner. Wildberger caught unawares, and Marzano clears with 21 seconds left on the Lemberg penalty. Warner on the re-entry. Drop pass to the point where Wildberger stood up. Camerata approaching. Puck ends up in the near corner now on the stick of Ella Herzog, who clears beyond center. Solid kill for the Blue Hens. As the final seconds of the Lemberg penalty tick away, the ladies in white are back full strength with 5:20 to go in the second period. Another errant drop pass as Braun couldn't connect with the trailing Skogsholm or Wildberger. Janowski off a feed up the near boards, caroms the puck in deep behind the Maryland goal. It's poked out of the reach of Charles by Karabanova. Puck sails up the left wing boards into the Delaware zone barely once again. Recovered by Bonfilio, who's shouldered into the back wall by Wildberger. The Maryland forecheck stepping up, trying to cause some havoc. Puck taken away from Charles. This launched in by Braun. McFadden with the save. Puck lay loose at the top of the crease. Lemberg reaches for it and shovels it free. 4:35 to go in the second period. Delaware with a 4-1 lead, taking some heat out of a hot kitchen. As the Maryland chances start to mount, they're getting shots away, but very few on net. 28-20 by our tally. Luzon to Lemberg. She throws the puck in from distance. Sticked away by Hillier, but the shot was headed wide. Huddy one-timer, directed toward the cage by Rosenthal, and holding for the pause is Hillier with 4:01 to go in period number 2. Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. So how do you get your voice above the fray? 412 Communications has myriad solutions to build bridges between your team and your fans, between your brand and your audience, ranging from broadcast to social, print to digital, and more. Whether you're on the East Coast, the West Coast, or anywhere in between, the 412 team will put their 40-plus years of experience to work for you. Want to know more? Head to 412communications.com. Hillier surviving a barrage of Delaware shots. Huddy trying to shovel one in. Luzon couldn't redirect it. Nearly alone in the mid-slot. This is taken away by Karabanova, but not cleared. Perez holding the zone for Delaware right in front of her own bench. Rosenthal looking for a second. She, Menachilo, Herzog, and Hill, the Delaware goal scorers so far. But Marion Hillier gets the last word this time, and the face-off comes to her left with 3:18 to go in the second period, and Delaware with a commanding 4-1 lead. Terps won the draw, but Bogusz was quickly tied up by Marzano before exiting the zone. Marzano dropped past Mia Bonfilio. Shot was over the crossbar. It bounced off the cap rail behind the Maryland goal. It comes back to Bonfilio. Via Marzano, centering pass, Menachilo. One-timer was wide. Hill trying to walk in. She shoveled the puck through the slot. It ricochets off the near boards, held in by Bonfilio. Hill winds up looking for a second. Shot blocked in a congested slot taken away by Radov. 2.5 minutes to go in the second period of a 4-1 game from Fred Rust Arena. Delaware leading the Terrapins of Maryland. Bogusz with the takeaway off the failed Delaware clear. She directs the puck to the near corner where Bonfilio recovers. Downing to Hill to Menachilo, trying to play the puck to herself after awkwardly receiving it at center. Radov chips this up the near side. Puck skitters back as far as the Delaware blue line, where Josie Billett leaves it across to Lemberg. Up the middle, Hope Menachilo into a 1-on-4, trying to dipsy-doodle through traffic high in the slot. She lost the puck to Warner. In comes Zubak into a 1-on-2. Shot bothered by Herzog, sticked away by McFadden for save number 20 on 21 shots faced to this juncture. Delaware again peppering Marion Hillier here in the second period. They've accounted for 16 shots on goal already in this middle frame. A 17th not to be, as Lemberg was steered behind the net. Herzog holding the point to Izzy Camerata. Shot from the half wall. Stick checked up in the atmosphere, and it goes into the netting behind the Maryland goal, and we've got a pause with 72 seconds to go in the second period. Delaware again with an attacking zone faceoff coming their way. And they've got a 4-1 lead over the Maryland Terrapins. Lemberg and Braun. In for the draw. Controlled by the Terrapins this time round. Camerata turns up the forechecking heat, nearly forcing a turnover. Reynoso leaves this behind the net around near side, where Wildberger flips the puck up ice. Across it goes to Skogsholm. From the blue line, she lets this go, and this will come back an icing with 50 seconds remaining in the second period. But the face-off again coming to the right of Marion Hillier. Whether you're a competitive athlete like these ladies or a weekend warrior like me, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. And with years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes alike, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal best and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Learn more, visit desportsmed.com. 35 seconds remaining in the second period. Reynoso gives way to Charles behind the net. This is left high to Cartwright. Shot from the top of the left circle. Pinballs through net front traffic. Puck corralled by Hellman. Caromed up the near corner, but not out. Thrown in again by Rosenthal. Didn't have the angle she needed. Perez trying to protect territory. Met at the far side by Maryland's Aliana Skogsholm. This is walked up the middle by Wildberger. Breakaway. Turning, shooting. Initial save made, but Braun trailed the play and got Maryland to their second goal of the afternoon with 4 4/5 seconds to go in the second period. So it was Wildberger on the breakaway, but Elizabeth Braun smartly trailing to pick up the pieces off the rebound and make this a 2-2 hockey game, a 4-2 hockey game, I should say. The Maryland goal was scored by number 10, Elizabeth Braun, her 18th of the season. Assisted by number 14, Grace Wildberger, and number 28, Aliana Skogsholm. Time of the goal, 19:55 in the second period. Braun's 18th from Wildberger and Skogsholm at 19:55. At the end of 2 periods, score Delaware Blue Hens 4, Maryland Terrapins 2. We'll be back on the DHN after the second intermission.
Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family.
It's time for the third period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
A 3-goal run for the Delaware Blue Hens brought them a 4-1 lead through much of the second period. But with 5 seconds remaining, Elizabeth Braun, off a Grace Wildberger shot, put a rebound past Kaylee McFadden to make this 4-2. We'll revisit the highlights of the second period. Top shelf goal from Ella Herzog, her third tally of the season. Made this 4-1 at 7:14, but in the final 4 and 4/5 seconds of the second period, failed breakaway chance from Wildberger, but Elizabeth Braun was there to pick up the pieces and bring her Maryland Terrapins back to within 2. James Witherite joining you from the 412 Communications press box. Saunders Penn, our videographer. And period 3 is underway from the first state. If you're just joining us here on the Delaware Hockey Network, Delaware in their home whites traveling left to right. Maryland Terrapins in their away black kits traveling right to left, and they'll have an attacking zone faceoff coming up as the Blue Hens are guilty of an icing just 9 seconds into the third period. Coming up next on the Delaware Hockey Network, the Men's Division I Blue Hens taking on the Drexel Dragons, and we'll see their upcoming schedule here momentarily. The women will be back in action for one final regular season game a week from yesterday as the Wildcats of Villanova come to town. And we'll be joined on the Delaware Hockey Network by a very special guest, former Villanova coach Matt Fabrizio, who mentioned during the offseason calling a game on the Delaware Hockey Network was on his bucket list. We will fulfill that for him on Saturday, and we hope you can join us. Huddy shovels the puck up the left wing boards. She plays the puck to herself. Oh, this is offside. Charles jumped the gun on the entry. So offside go the Hens, 59 seconds into the third period. Anthony Verdery spotting the faceoff near side, just above the Maryland line. He and Patrick Quarry are officials today. Huddy and Braun taking the near circle draw right in front of the 412 Communications press box. Huddy unable to maintain momentum for the Hens. Puck worked by Wildberger up the right wing boards into the Delaware zone. Recovered by Charles, taken away by Braun. Braun pushes forward off her backhand, trying to set up Wildberger in close, but the advancing pass led to a shot that sailed wide. This is cleared over the glass and out. .86 seconds gone in the third period. And this face-off moves to the left of Kaylee McFadden. Marzano and Braun in for the draw. Menachilo crashes in from the wing, takes the puck away, but fails to clear. It was held in by Radov. Menachilo got the better of her and walked up the left wing boards past center to flip this into the near corner of the Maryland zone. Kilcarry back to recover. Advancing pass to Braun. She leads this Maryland rush up the left side. And Ella Herzog poke check slows her up. Puck ends up contested in the near corner of the Delaware end. And this is rifled clear by Evie Hill. Thrown off the far boards in neutral ice. And corralled by the back checking Michelle Radoff. Breakout taken away. Centered to Hill. That feed from Matone led to a one-timer ending up in the corner. Hill tries to pop this forward through traffic. She gets to the puck herself amidst a 1-on-3, waiting for the reinforcements to come in. Hill tried to stick handle and feed one across ice to Herzog, but Skogsholm took it away. She walks past center, feeding to her left and Grace Wildberger. Wildberger plays the puck behind the net. It caroms off the far corner. Up to Hellman, stepping up to the right point, but she throws it into traffic. Lemberg slowed up right in front of the Maryland bench by Skogsholm. Hill picks up the loose puck, throws it in from distance, and the Delaware side will change too as we work to the completion of the 3rd minute of the 3rd period, and a fluky Delaware goal trickles under Hillier to give the Hens a 5-2 lead, and it looks like Lemberg was the one who had it. Watching this play develop again. Cleared up the far side as far as the point. Held in by Lemberg. Right off the turnover, Riley Lemberg throws her 12th goal of the season into the Maryland net and makes this a 5-2 hockey game. Certainly one that Marion Hillier would love to have back. She got plenty of that on the initial, but the puck skittered beneath her and in to bring the Hens' lead back to 3. Oh, Delaware goal! Her 12th of the season. Scored by number 21, Riley Lemberg. Time of the goal, 2:56 of the 3rd period. Lemberg's 12th, unassisted at 2:56. Here they come looking for a 6th. Marzano steered behind the net by Karabanova. Flips this to Perez, working the right point. Perez across to the North Carolinian, Melanie Cartwright. Around the horn this goes. Trying to shovel it in from the bottom of the left circle was Hill. Is taken away. Pushed up the left wing boards by Braun. Beyond the reach of Skogsholm into the Delaware zone. And Amelie Perez recovers. Perez to Menachilo. To Hill with time and space over the center Blue Hen logo. She gained the line. Threw the puck in from distance into the glove of Hillier it goes. With no pressure on her, she's compelled to play it on. 5 minutes elapsed. 2-on-1 for Delaware off the Janowski takeaway. Shot on target. Into the Hillier pads. Brought back by Lemberg into neutral ice. Herzog across to Julia Mike Janowski. Flipped in from above the line under pressure from Braun. This ends up behind the net. Trying to control the puck, Christina Karabanova. Leaves it instead for Grace Wildberger. Wildberger slowed up just inside her own line. Camerata offering the forechecking heat. Breakout pass finds its way to Skogsholm. Here's a 2-on-3. Skogsholm slowed up by a Herzog poke check, but offering support was Wildberger and emerging with the puck, and she gets it in low. Pass to the high slot where awaiting was Michelle Radoff. Karabanova. Shot from the top of the left circle. Wide of the post, ricocheting off the backboards. Charles gets to the rebound for Delaware, but Radoff's got it tied up at the half wall. She throws the puck in behind the net, where Lemberg muscles it away from Elizabeth Braun, one of 2 Maryland goal scorers, the other being Catherine Warner, who had the first period power play tally. 6 minutes have elapsed to the 3rd period. Hens 5, Terrapins 2 from Fred Rust Arena. Janowski backer, rather the Huddy backhand, was steered wide. Terrapins clear and change. Quarry says no icing. And Downing starts this up from behind her own goal. Menachilo couldn't find McFadden on the advancing pass in neutral territory. I speak of Cassie McFadden, the forward. Kaylee McFadden, the goalies, had a heck of a game so far. 21 saves on 23 total shots. Hill slowed up at center by Kilcarry. Huddy walks the puck in. Slap shot from 50 feet was blocked offline. Menachilo takes away the clearing attempt from Reynoso and circles behind the net. Hill in the slot. Shot. Saved by Hillier. 7:06 gone in the second period. In the third period, math is hard. And we'll see this from Menachilo. Hill winding up between the circles. That shot smothered by Marion Hillier for save number 29. And the Hens keep pouring it on with an attacking zone faceoff going their way. Hill leaves this back to Cartwright. Taken away in the slot and cleared by Karabanova. Perez races back to the puck, but circles behind her own net. Perez under two-ply forechecking resistance. Had to deke past Catherine Warner, but she gave the puck away. Bogusz leaves this back to the point, thrown in by Hellman from distance. It ricochets off the backboards near side, where Hill couldn't extract it from the reach of Catherine Warner. Zubak bodied off the puck. Now it's tied up behind the cage. Marzano digging away at it. Gains some space. She flips this ahead to Evie Hill. Cross-ice pass intended for Menachilo over center. Was tipped on the good side of red to avoid an icing. Well-executed dump and change from the Hens with just over 8 minutes elapsed in the third period. Delaware with a 5-2 lead over the Terrapins of Maryland in their final regular season meeting here in 24-25. Cartwright keeps the low slot area clear of the puck. Janowski throws this from beyond the blue line off the corner boards near side. Stepping up to control the puck at the half wall was Lemberg. She couldn't center cleanly to Janowski. It was a tape-to-tape pass, but Julia Janowski just couldn't handle it. Puck taken away by Bogusz, walked beyond center. This flip behind the Delaware net, and the Terps will change with 11:17 to go in a 5-2 hockey game. Delaware with a senior night lead that they're trying to preserve. Izzy Camerata with a rocket from 45. Hits the wide boards near side. Puck ends up on the stick of Braun, but she can't work it clear. Camerata takes it away. She leaves this to Matone. Advancing pass in close, ends up in the far corner, taken by Lemberg. Lemberg double-teamed, feeds it back to Matone. Across the line, this comes to Herzog. She steps up and shoots from 50. Looked like Hillier got a piece of that one. And Lemberg handles the rebound, working it back around the perimeter. Camerata, and up to the point again to Herzog. Camerata stepping up to the dot. Trying to find Lemberg on the doorstep, but that centering pass blocked away as Lemberg was bodied a little bit lower in the slot than that pass ended up. 10.5 minutes to go. Camerata again to Luzon crashing the net. Couldn't reel in the puck to control it for a close-up shot. This is taken away by Radov and will be pushed back to center by Skogsholm. 10:10 to go. Terps down 3. Wildberger left Skogsholm a shot at the left half wall, but it was wide. Charles back the other direction. Crashing the net, tried to switch to her backhand. Couldn't get the shot away as Hellman clogged up the low slot. Rosenthal on the doorstep. Too much loft on that second chance opportunity, and the puck bounces back into neutral ice where Mia Bonfilio recovers and now walks in up the middle. Bonfilio on target, but the shot is held by Marion Hillier for save number 30 of the day with 9:40 to go in a 5-2 hockey game. Blue Hens with the advantage. With a listen-first approach that creates a unique solution for your circumstances, the expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long are committed to providing empathetic and compassionate legal representation for individuals who have suffered injuries. To schedule a free consultation, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com. Another Hillier save. Another face-off to her right. Charles got stick on puck. The control went the way of Williams, unable to walk free as Bonfilio held the point briefly. Danny Beer takes it away and walks up the middle into the Delaware zone before meeting Shaw Downing 20 feet inside the line. Luzon muscles the puck back for Delaware's control. She throws it off the corner boards after gaining the red line, and the Hens change up with 9 and a few ticks to go in regulation. Solid showing from this Delaware team. 7 skaters on the score sheet here this afternoon. A couple power play goals, one each from Hill, Menachilo, Rosenthal, Herzog, and Lemberg, making it 5-2. The power play tallies coming from Rosenthal and Herzog. Menachilo pursues the puck in the far corner. Hill supporting. Centering feed, Marzano couldn't one time it passed. She was bodied away from the puck in the mid-slot by Reynoso. 8:12 to go. Bogus shovels this up the near boards. Perez recovers. Menachilo from neutral ice launches the puck into the near corner. Hill chases it down. Hill in a 1-on-4, waiting for the reinforcements to come in. Cross-lot pass intended for Lemberg didn't connect. It was intercepted by Warner, but not cleared. Cartwright doing well to hold territory for the Hens as we work to the final 7:45 of regulation. 2-on-2 counterattack for Maryland, and Evelyn Zubak goes top shelf to make this a 2-goal game once again. Evelyn Zubak potting her 4th of the year. Makes this 5-3. We'll see how this developed. From inside the Maryland zone. Zubak all the way from this vantage point. And that indeed will be the case as she pots her 4th of the year to bring the Terps back within a pair. Maryland goal, 4th of the season, scored by number 22, Evelyn Zubak. Time of the unassisted goal, 12 minutes, 22 seconds in the 3rd period. Zubak's 4th unassisted at 12:22. McFadden escaping a couple potential high-grade chances. And play halted with 6:56 to go. And Lemberg off for a trip will cause the Delaware Blue Hens to now have to escape a Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill. Schedule your first cleaning at DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. The Delaware penalty was assessed to number 21, Riley Lemberg. 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 13 minutes, 4 seconds in the 3rd period. Lemberg 2 for tripping at 13:04. Hens 67% on the PK today. Marzano bodied down by Wildberger, battling for the puck in the high slot. Turning to clear was Ella Herzog. Charles, Hill, Bonfilio, and Perez on for this PK right now, effectively 3 defenders. Your most defensive-minded forward, along with C.C. Charles, who can do well to clog up the slot. And then Bonfilio and Perez hanging down low as well. Wildberger from center point got one on target. McFadden with the save, and Charles with an aggressive clear. 5.5 minutes to go. Delaware with a 5-3 lead. Twice this lead was 3 goals. Twice the Terrapins have brought it down to 2. Warner leaves this to Braun in the corner. One-timer from Kilcarry at the point. Was wide off the backboards. Hill races down the puck. The near half wall, and she launches this aggressively up ice again. The Lemberg penalty has expired. Camerata and Lemberg on with Hill. Downing on together with Perez at the blue line. 4:40 remaining. Downing to Lemberg just onside to steer this puck in behind the Maryland goal, where Reynoso recovers at the near corner. She volleys it back to center. Herzog lofts this in from the red line. It bounces off the backboards. Menachilo tying up Reynoso. Lemberg could not intercept Kilcarry's clear. And this is turned back from the blue line by Perez, back into Maryland territory. 4:12 remaining. Delaware 5, Maryland 3 from Fred Rust Arena. The Anthony Verderies whistle sounds with 4 minutes and a tick to go. And Eileen Kilcarry is heading off for tripping. Delaware Sports Medicine power play coming up for the Hens. One that can seal the game. Maryland penalty was assessed to number 6, Eileen Kilcarry. 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 15 minutes, 59 seconds of the third period. Kilcarry 2 for tripping at 15:59. Marzano, Menachilo, Lemberg. Working in low. Janowski and Herzog complete this power play unit for the Blue Hens, who just have to outlast another 205 seconds to secure a senior night win. Lemberg tied up by Wildberger at the half wall. Holding the zone was Herzog. This taken away and cleared by Braun. She tried to rifle it up ice, but a Lemberg stick check slowed that puck up, and the Hens recover at center. Menachilo with a long shot. And another Hillier save grinds play to a halt as we approach the antepenultimate minute of the contest. Looking at what's next on the Delaware Hockey Network, the men's Division I team will take to the ice. Their senior night coming against Drexel. Then they head to Niagara the following weekend. And here on the Delaware Hockey Network, we will have the entirety of the Eastern States Collegiate Hockey League postseason tournament. Scranton, Pennsylvania, February 28, March 1, and March 2. Final 2:40 of the game. C.C. Charles holding the line. Hill advancing past Camerata, couldn't one-time the puck past in the mid-slot. This comes back to Camerata. Shot blocked, looked like Radoff got a piece of it. Downing throws this in from the corner, and Hillier freezes for the pause. Final 2:22. Rosenthal on the doorstep, couldn't get a shot away. Hill leaves this to Izzy Camerata. 10 seconds remaining on the power play. Charles Tried to snap one from just outside the right dot. Did not get good contact on the puck. Downing from downtown. Right into the Hillier pads. Final 2 minutes of the game upon us. And the Terrapins kill off the penalty. Hill keeping the pressure on. Charles holds the zone and shoots after the failed Bogusch clear. Another net front scramble. And this puck frozen by Marion Hillier to grind play to a screeching halt with 101 seconds to go. And Delaware leading 5-3. Hens will take their timeout, and so will we.
Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
"101 seconds to go. Face-off coming to the right of Marion Hillier. Fred Rustarina working to a fever pitch as Carly Marzano comes in for the attacking zone face-off. McFadden, Rosenthal, Huddy, Bonfilio, and the other McFadden all on for these final 88 seconds. So all 5 Delaware seniors on the ice, along with the captain, to bring this game through the home stretch. Marzano and Braun again, this time to the right of Kaylee McFadden, who just recorded save number 24. Skogsholm back to Wildberger. Thrown in net front. Another scrum. Another rapid fire series of McFadden saves. So we're going to see these again as Kaylee McFadden regathers her wares. Wildberger puts one net front. Warner tries to jam the puck in. She was denied, and so too on the doorstep was Braun. Now 30 total shots on goal from the Terrapins. Final minute of play, and the net is empty on the Maryland end of the rink. CeCe Charles won the race to the puck. So no icing, but this is tied up. Looks like Charles collapsed at the base of that puck battle. And what's to come here? Cheers one way or another, and it looks as though Grace Wildberger just got the gate. Wow. Wildberger off to the jeers of the Delaware crowd. And we'll get the particulars momentarily. .43 and 4/5 seconds to go. And the minor part's going to be served by Zubak. If indeed it is a minor, or no, it's going to be more. Five and a shower for Grace Wildberger. Hillier back in the net. The Hens will end this game on a Delaware Sports Medicine power play. Final 17 seconds. Shot from Bonfilio. Held by Hillier. And we're down to the last 11 and 4/5 seconds. A final round of applause erupting for the quintet of Delaware seniors. On for one last shift before their Fred Rust Arena home crowd. This is pushed clear. The horn sounds. The celebration begins. The final score, Delaware Blue Hens 5, Maryland Terrapins 3. Final shots on goal, Delaware 43, Maryland 30. The class of 25 leave Fred Rust Arena on a winning note. And with that, it's time for the Sid's Barbecue and Jerky 3 stars of the game. Today's third star, with a power play goal for the Delaware Blue Hens, number 54, Sophia Rosenthal. The number 2 star of the game with a goal and 2 assists for Delaware, number 7, Evie Hill. And the number 1 star of the game, with her 5th win of the season between the pipes and 27 saves, number 31, Kaylee McFadden. So the Hens improve to 8-11-2 after splitting the weekend. Falling to Navy, but bouncing back to defeat the Terrapins by a tally of 5-3. A look back at the highlights as we sign off, and we thank the crew. Our videographer was Saunders Penn. Our production assistant, the stat man Eli Swope. Co-executive producer Molly Jo Rosen, assistant producer Broadway Joe Sindoni. And from the entire Delaware Hockey Network crew, this is James Weatherite saying thank you for your company. We'll do it again in about 45 minutes time as the Men's Division I Blue Hens take on Drexel for their home finale. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again on the Delaware Hockey Network, a copyrighted production of 412 Communications. Once again, the final score, Delaware 5, Maryland 3.